When looking at the Learning AIM assignment for Component 1, for example, one of the really good sort of brilliant ways of thinking is if my learners are doing a user interface, what interfaces do they use all of the time? I'll tell you now, probably the most popular with them will be a game interface. Now, I appreciate that the authorized assignment briefs themselves are not really written for this activity, and this is something completely out there. But think about doing something that is really out there. Basically, we're talking about designing your own assignment brief. Taking the game interface mechanic forward, one really good example could be to say they've got to design a game interface. Now, I'm sure one of your staff will have a really great time in an online package creating a very simple game. Honestly, you don't need anything more than a Flappy Bird clone. But ultimately, what you do is create that and say to the learners, right, design and build me an interface to go on the top of this. Now, if you've got some really savvy learners, you could use something like Construct 3 or Game Maker or even Unity. That can actually help them design and develop an interface in those packages. But if not, PowerPoint is quite an easy way to create and use the interface that goes with it. Those learners will still be developing something towards a game, so hopefully they'll be quite invested in it. One of the advantages of this is that the learners cover the stretch and challenge elements. So if you really want to push them, you can then have them create extra levels. It's a really good way to develop programming skills that, although they're not really required for the DIT, give your learners a sense of what they're aiming towards rather than doing one of the default AABs. If you are unsure whether an assignment will meet the criteria, then there is the assignment checking service that can be used to help identify any problems and give you some assurance that what you have written will meet the required elements to be given to the learners.